Hi, I'm Rachel. I'm the director, rigger, and animator in this project.
Hi, I'm Yosehong, the art director, concept artist, and texture artist.
Hi, I'm Lin Zing. I'm the lighting artist and character texture artist for this project.
Hi, my name is Tan Yufei, and I'm the VFX artist for this project.
你们好，我是林嘉庆。我在这个项目中，我负责的是 story writer，还有 3D modeler。
We are trying to bring out an idea, which is visual could tell story. Nowadays, all the audiences are very care about the graphics, so we believe that the first thing come into the audience mind will be visual.
When I discussed the story with Jiaqing, we first came up with the idea of setting it in a quotation house. Then this led us to explore the theme of being controlled and loss of freedom. As a result, we designed our character as a puppet to represent the resilience of fighting for freedom while being controlled.
As a director, most of my job will be solving problems. Since our project is a bit challenging, we have faced a lot of issues that we didn't experience before. So my job will be providing an efficient way for them to solve the problem and finish the project in the limited time and sources.
For concept design, we spent some time researching Chinese cultural art styles. We drew a lot of inspiration from existing Chinese buildings as well as clothing, mainly from Tang and Song dynasties. We also looked at some video games such as Red Wings Meet and Black Myth Wukong. One of the biggest challenges for me was balancing creativity with visibility. A concept artist dream can sometimes become a nightmare for modelers, riggers, and animators. For example, the female character and the flower lanterns both went through several designs until we find out the one that actually looks visually appealing and workable.
我在 3D modeler part， 我负责了 character 的身体，还有 character 的 armor， 还有 environment blockout， 还有一些家具。然后当我在 sculpt 这两个身体的时候，我花了蛮大部分时间在这部分上，因为我们的 style 是 semi-realistic， 所以对身体的要求会比较高一点。然后在 readable 方面，我的 topology 都是根据我想要的肌肉线条来去走的。然后当 block out 这个 environment 的时候，因为我们的环境特别的大，还有很多 repeat 的 model， 所以我用 mesh transformation 跟 mirror 来去做，来去排它，因为这样会节省到我的时间。
I modeled the environment and furnitures. I also did the first layout and handed it over to Jiaqing. The hardest model I did was surprisingly the bird sculpture. It's so small, but there's a lot of details to it. It did took me a while to process it, but in the end I did figure it out and I quite enjoy the process of modeling it.
I'm the lead for texturing, mostly responsible for controlling the quality of the final texture. I work on environment texture with Jiaqing, and it was challenging to me because our environment is an abandoned wooden building. To create a surface that looks naturally etched and believable requires careful observation and a good understanding of how materials rest over time. Besides environment texture, I also work on character texturing with Ziying. I mostly focus on hard surface such as armor, sword, accessory, while Ziying focus more on the soft surface.
For the female character, after Sehong finished the whole body texture, it was then passed to me to refine the face texture by adding details such as dirt and veins, and also makeup to make her look more creepy while still maintaining to look pretty. For the male character, I first sculpted the skin details in zebras such as pores and wrinkles to build a better skin base for me to continue texturing it in Substance Painter.
About the rigging, the hardest part will be rigging the flower lantern. This is the first time I rigged a non-human props. The props have 8 legs. It's similar with spider, so I did some research on it. For the animation part, I'm handling to clean up the mocap data. The mocap data have a lot of tiny details because it's presented by human, so I have to be careful when I clean up all those animation while polishing it.
So I worked on 2 main lighting setups in this short film. So before I did the lighting for all the shots, I first tested on 2 shots to set the mood and overall look. And after doing the basic blocking and the direction was clear, I then used it as a base to continue to light the rest of the shots while ensuring everything looked consistent. The hardest part for me was the initial step of building the environment lighting in Unreal Engine, as I had limited time to learn how to use the software. I also took a lot of time to understand how to control the lighting, especially for the shot when the puppet gets angry and the whole environment is shown. But in the end, it became one of my favorite shots that I have worked on, and I enjoy playing around with the lighting to see different results.
Firstly, I did a lot of visual and development. I explored a lot of software such as Maya, Unreal, Houdini, and After Effects. During production, I mainly use Houdini to do all my effects, such as the aura coming out from the puppet, the sword effect, and also the dust impact. I use Maya for rendering and also After Effects for compositing and final touches. One of the biggest challenges I faced was definitely learning Houdini. Since it was my first time using it and I wasn't really familiar with it, the most difficult part I did was during the sword effect. I did a lot of testing using a lot of days for it, but in the end I did figure it out and I got comfortable with it.
For the simulation, I done the cloth simulation in Maya. The cloth of the puppet is a nightmare for me because she has a dancing part. The dance have to move with prettiness and the flexibility, so I have to did a lot of test and error and takes a lot of time and patience to find out the best outcome for it, but thankfully the outcome is satisfied.
OK， so 今天我们来玩一个游戏。OK，so 我等下我会问几个问题，然后你们盖眼睛，你们听到这个问题了过后，你们point出最合适的那个人选。OK， 第一个问题，在这里了，谁是最迟睡的？经常，谁在你们5个人里面哦，谁是最 blur 的？每次就哈。谁是在这个 group 里面哦？他是妈妈这样照顾人啊，经常会 in charge 啊 take responsible。OK。Then 我们这个游戏暂时玩到这里，然后我们就拜拜。